Our life is what our thoughts make it. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions. Remember that very little is needed to make a happy life. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Dig deep within yourself, for there is a fountain of goodness ever ready to flow if you will keep digging. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Do what you will, even if you tear yourself apart, most people will continue doing the same things. The memory of everything is very soon overwhelmed in time. Though you break your heart, men will go on as before. A person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values. It is in your power to withdraw yourself whenever you desire. Perfect tranquility within consists in the good ordering of the mind, the realm of your own. Your days are numbered. Use them to throw open the windows of your soul to the sun. If you do not, the sun will soon set, and you with it. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Never esteem anything as of advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect. Look back over the past with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. For it is in your power to retire into yourself whenever you choose. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others. Perfection of character is this: to live each day as if it were your last, without frenzy, without apathy, without pretense. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. Here is a rule to remember in future when anything tempts you to feel bitter. Not "this is misfortune," but "to bear this worthily is good fortune." How much time he gains who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, but only at what he does himself to make it just and holy. If any man despises me, that is his problem. My only concern is not doing or saying anything deserving of contempt. Humans have come into being for the sake of each other, so either teach them or learn to bear them. It is a ridiculous thing for a man not to fly from his own badness, which is indeed possible, but to fly from other men's badness, which is impossible. Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. You have been formed of 3 parts: body, breath, and mind. Of these, the first 2 are yours insofar as they are only in your care. The third alone is truly yours. Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs? Every living organism is fulfilled when it follows the right path for its own nature. The universe is transformation. Our life is what our thoughts make it. The mind freed from passions is an impenetrable fortress. A person has no more secure place of refuge for all time. If you find something very difficult to achieve yourself, don't imagine it impossible, for anything possible and proper for another person can be achieved as easily by you. Men and women do not get married because marriage is legal, nor do they continue living together because divorce is difficult. They marry because they desire to, and they do not separate because they do not want to. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. Consider that as the heaps of sand piled on one another hide the former sands, so in life the events which go before are soon covered by those which come after. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Because a thing seems difficult for you, do not think it impossible for anyone to accomplish. Take full account of what excellencies you possess, and in gratitude remember how you would hanker after them if you had them not. The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes the obstacle to our acting. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. How easy it is to repel and to wipe away every impression which is troublesome or unsuitable, and immediately to be in all tranquility. A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions.